Hello. Hi guys. Um, haven't been here in a while. I've had a request for some time now to do a color review of the AOC monitor that I bought and did my first impressions on. And here's the video. As for the test, we use the ISO's monitor test that you can find online, and you have a link in the video description. And we begin with the test pattern. This pattern is pretty common to check the image quality. As the description says, the circles should be complete and round, lines and the frequency patterns should be clear, and the color gradients should not have any breaks or banding. One more thing that I've noticed is that all the blacks and whites look exactly the same from when you're sitting in front of the monitor, and even if you go to the side a bit, they still remain okay. So this is where I concluded the viewing angles are pretty much fine. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. We have 12 steps to go. Now the upcoming 6 slides or so are just solid colors. This is used to check if you have any dead pixels on your monitor. Luckily I didn't have any. I just wanted to showcase what the colors look like, since combination of these colors are going to make up all the colors that you see on your monitor. This includes black, white, and red, green, and blue. As for the color uniformity and everything displayed on the monitor, I was satisfied, but I'll let you be the judge and go ahead and look at these colors. The footage is unedited, no color correction, and the camera that I shot it at captures colors pretty close to their true tone. I feel like I said colors way too many times. I guess you can pause the video right now at any point and look at these colors, but keep in mind, you're looking at the colors through another monitor or a display on your phone. So it's not really a good way to judge a monitor. Just keep that in mind. The main takeaway from this point is that the monitor didn't have any dead pixels or stuck pixels, which is good, and it's a good quality control of the displays. The other thing that you can try and see is the sharpness of the monitor and also the viewing angles, which are coming up next. And when it comes to the sharpness, lettering and reading on this monitor is a breeze. I find it better than the monitor I had before, and I feel that it's a bit sharper, that it doesn't have any kind of ghosting around letters or anything like that, which I really don't like to see on my displays. Now, the big question. What is it like when it comes to viewing angles? We're all here to find out. Okay, let's try and figure out from the results we get. So the way that we're going to judge this is by the circles and how much their intensity and shape changes. Now when it comes to the focus of the circles, they're all in focus. The AOC logo is focused, so that means the circles are in focus as well. Now, when it comes to the change in shape and intensity, the circles don't change that much. The shape doesn't change at all, but the intensity in the middle changes a bit, and it gives you a higher intensity the more straightforward you look at a circle. In an ideal world, this wouldn't change at all, but this slight change is the result of the display being good or not that good at side viewing angles. Other than that, we have the gamma, and this display is pretty good when it comes to gamma because it doesn't need too low or too high of a gamma to get to the point where the gray levels blend in. This means it is very good at displaying both highlights and shadows, so details within the shadows and also details within highlights, which is another plus for this monitor. In conclusion, I'd say this display is better than any TN panel by far. It's way better than any VA panel, but it is somewhere in the mid-range of the IPS displays. It's probably not as good as a Dell Professional ISP, did I say ISP? IPS display, but those are like very good and very hard to beat when it comes to the viewing angles. They're particularly made so that the viewing angles are optimized, so that when you have 5 people sitting in front of a desk looking at, I don't know, a report, a bug in the code or something, that everybody sees it well. This here display is decent enough that you can have more people in front of it looking at it, but I wouldn't recommend this display only if you have it as like the 5th, 6th display on the very edge of your setup, because then you would probably experience more of these like bad viewing angles than you normally would if you have 1 or 2 monitors and you're faced towards them. So for general use, I still recommend this monitor, and I think it's a good value proposition when you look at the cost and when you look at what you're getting. And with that, I would conclude the review. For the last part, it checks how fast the display is, reaction time, I guess. I didn't really understand the process fully, so I didn't want to include this part into the review since I didn't know how to test it initially, and I didn't have that much time to mess around with it and figure it out. If you would like to see anything else regarding this monitor or something else, you can leave your questions in the comments, or you can join the Discord and just ask me there directly. Thank you all for watching, and I guess I'll see you on the next one. Bye. The main takeaway from this part is that the monitor came without any pixel damage or without any stuck pixels or dead pickles. Damn it.
I'm pickle rich!